We have just spent weeks traveling through Oman independently, and in this video I want to show you the 7 most incredible places this country has to offer. From amazing locations that can be found nowhere else in the world, to crazy encounters with wildlife. I've never ever seen anything like this. And all the items on this list we have experienced and tried out on our own skin. So by the end of this video, I can guarantee that not only will you want to travel Oman yourself, but also you will know exactly how to do it. So let's jump right in. The first adventure on our list is honestly something you wouldn't even believe is real unless we caught it on camera ourselves. It takes place around 30 minutes northwest of Oman's capital, Muscat. Today we're gonna do something very special and different. And to go on this journey, we first needed to find a captain. I haven't made friends with anyone on the boat yet, so I'm a little timid filming. We cruised on the light blue sea for about 40 minutes. And suddenly arrived near a group of islands. Almost 30 years ago now, those islands here, 9 islands, were made into a national reserve. Al Dimaniyat Nature Reserve it was called. And it's a paradise for seabirds, marine life, sharks, turtles, whatever you wish. And it's pristine, beautiful. The red volcanic rock, side by side, with crystal clear water that we didn't even know existed outside of Maldives. I just had to find a stick. I saw an eel on the ground, helping back to the water. I even kind of managed to save a half-suicidal eel. No, other way! What's this guy doing? It's like, life is pain! But believe it or not, these islands are not even the main attraction on this trip, because the true star of this journey is hidden beneath the waves. As we jumped in the water, it was hard to believe our eyes. Hard to describe in words what we can see down there. Like, the hardest thing here is trying to avoid to touch them. They're everywhere. We have snorkeled and scuba dived in dozens of different countries all over the world, but never ever have we seen anything like this. Oh my freaking god, like there's more than 10, there's 20 turtles down there just feasting. Feasting on the seaweed, socializing with each other. We stayed with them for more than 30 minutes, and not even the slightest did they seem to care that we were there. It was a sort of thing I never even expected to experience in my life. And I'm pretty sure that one day our grandkids will make fun of us when every other week we try to tell them the story of how we once made friends with a group of 24 sea turtles. And to continue on a topic of sea, the second place on our list could also be called one. But that sea is not made of water. To get the true taste of this side of Oman, we had to leave our van behind. We have arrived in a small village, and I was ordered that I have to get into this car now. Hey brother.
How are you?
Good. What's your name?
Hamad.
And a local gentleman called Hamad took us deep into the ocean of sand. We stayed in a Bedouin tent in a modest desert camp. We got 2 chairs. We got 1 big bed made out of 2 beds. And if I piss off Liisu, there's a alternative. But at the same time felt truly taken care of. Thank you for being so kind and always smiling. We really feel good here.
Thank you, sir.
But again, the cool accommodation and positive atmosphere was barely the tip of the iceberg when it came to the magic of Omani desert. With Hamad behind the wheel, we got to experience the thrill of dune bashing, which each day is becoming a bigger part of modern Omani culture. For the first time in our lives, we had a chance to try sandboarding. If you want to make bets, how fast will I fall? That's the right time.
Woo! Go!
Okay, that's pretty freaking cool! which by the way is much more exhausting than it looks. This dune looked way smaller from afar. And in my opinion, roasting marshmallows under magical night sky is really something everyone should try at least once in their lives. It's really no secret that deserts have played huge part in Omani history, and I find it quite amazing how this country has now found a way to share this experience with every visitor brave enough to try. Yet to continue on a topic of history, our third point now brings us to the mountains of Oman, and of the dry sandy deserts, this place is a real treat to visit. The small village is built between two giant boulders, and its history goes back thousands of years.
It's pretty amazing. This is the water system that they say is 2,000 years old.
It's a location that really captures the essence of this country. Calm, silent streets, unique architecture, and kind, considerate locals. But what secured Misfat al Abriyeen a place on our list lies on the far side of the village.
It looks just so gorgeous, so green.
This place is exactly as I imagined an oasis as a kid. It's beaming with life,
Ants, butterflies, lizards, birds,
full of greenery.
bananas. There's even mangoes here.
The air here is fresh and clean.
Because it smells like flowers here. It's very lovely.
Sound of the water calms the mind of every visitor. And spending a day in this ancient mud village is sort of like therapy, helping you forget all the troubles of the world. But if peace and quiet is not what you are after, then just an hour north into the mountains, a much more thrilling adventure can be found.
It's massive. We're going for what it's called the balcony trek.
And the reason for it is self-explanatory.
On the side of the mountain there's a small little stripe. That's our route. It looks very daring from up here.
The 3-hour hike offers magnificent views on Oman's highest mountain, and just below your feet is 1,000 meters long drop into the country's deepest canyon.
Okay, I see now why they call it the Grand Canyon of Oman. This thing is massive, gigantic. Wow.
I would really advise you to reserve at least half a day and pack a lunch for this journey, because there's a huge chance that you will meet hungry locals on the way.
I think I can feed him few raisins. Pretty good, eh? I know. I'm eating them myself.
And going for a swim in the refreshing rock pool in the end is almost mandatory.
It's cold. Very cold.
Well, and now that we were pretty tired from the hiking, it was again time to switch to a slower gear and head to the most beautiful city in Oman. And no, I'm not talking about Muscat. The city I'm referring to is situated about 2 hours inland from the capital, and as a huge bonus can be easily discovered on foot.
Ooh-wee! We have made it to the historic capital city of Oman. And first, looks around. Absolutely stunning.
Just walking the streets here feels like you're in a museum.
No more food. No more food. You're really hoping to get food.
It's a perfect balance between history and culture. You can spend hours learning about Omani past in the centuries-old castle. And then experience the more modern ways of life with all of your senses in the traditional market. So yes, I do understand when people say that their favorite city in Oman is Muscat, but in my humble opinion, to get a truly unforgettable city experience, Nizwa is the place to be. Yet now, it's time to move to what many consider as the most unique and amazing places in Oman.
Do you have extra room for 2 more?
Locals call them wadis, and the only problem with visiting them is their quite remote location. For this reason, I really think that the best and easiest way to experience the beauty of this country is with a rental car. And if you haven't thought of it yet, I will leave a link in the description of this video with literally the best prices for Oman car rentals. But now let's look at 3 wadis to figure out which is the best option for you. First of them is called Wadi Bani Khalid, and it's the most visited canyon in the country.
So very popular and fairly crowded because it's one of the things that they advise you to do in Oman. So everybody comes here.
The reason for its popularity is actually simple. It's one of the easiest to visit and only requires about 1 kilometer of easy hiking. Don't worry, it's still very green, pretty, and if you want to, you can even go for a swim.
Looks epic.
The second option, called Wadi al-Shab, requires at least 2 hours of hiking. And you are guaranteed to get your feet wet. But trust me, the views surely make the effort worth it. And to those who want to have the full experience, at the end of this canyon, you have to swim about 10 minutes. And then make your way through a narrow tunnel.
You first.
Oh my god!
With barely enough room for your head, where a beautiful waterfall and a magical cave are waiting for you. So now to the third option. It's called Wadi TV and is least known out of those 3. But in our experience, it was surprisingly the most beautiful. On one end, it features a stunning waterfall surrounded by rock pools. On the other side, a true miracle of nature can be found. An opening into the canyon filled with greenery and crystal clear water. But to really enjoy it, you have to be physically fit, because getting down there involves a fair bit of climbing on steep rocks and hillsides. But I guess there's some truth to the saying, nothing truly worth seeing or having comes easy. Well, just as we started this video, the last point also brings us back to the sea. Oman's culture is a perfect mix between desert and the ocean. And to get a wider understanding of the country, this city is really a place every visitor should see.
Yeah, the city is still there. Looks kinda neat.
It is full of restaurants offering delicious seafood, beach promenades where hours just seem to fly by. Plus, of course, the relaxing and friendly atmosphere of the city of Sur makes discovering this place a real treat.
And it's still raining!
And you know what? It just made me smile when, while visiting a historic shipyard, I realized that while Oman's neighboring countries compete to build the highest and flashiest skyscrapers in the world, then at the same time, the people here have set their goals to building something much more special. To be exact, the biggest traditional dhow boat in the world.
They aim to build their own heritage. They aim to build the traditional ships, just a bigger version of them. That's cool.
And at least to me, this little fact all by itself says so much about the priorities and culture of this incredible land. Friends, that was Oman through our eyes. Thank you for watching, and to understand the local people and culture even better, make sure to click on this playlist next with all of our videos from this country. Take care and bye.